Assalamu alaikum. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the most important and the most commonly used research design, that is the correlational research or correlational research design. In correlational research, and it's clear from the name correlation. Correlation means co-means between. Relation means the relationship, the association, the interdependence, the cause and effect analysis. Basically, correlational research or correlational research design is a type of research design in which we seek to find out the relationship between the association, the relationship and interdependence between one or two variables. But first we have let's to know the what is variable. Variable, anything change from time to time, from situation to situation, from place to place, from the context to from one context to another context is called variable. There are two types of variable in correlational research: the dependent variable, the independent variable. The independent variable cause the effect, and dependent variable, that is the independent variable. The another one is independent variable. This independent variable cause the effect in dependent variable. And in correlational research, we see this relationship, this association, and this interdependence, and this cause which is caused by the independent variable, and due to this cause we see the effect and dependent variable. This is basically the research, most commonly research design in qualitative research methods. It is quantitative research method. It is one of the most widely used quantitative research design. It is a purely quantitative research design in social sciences and psychology and sociology, social work, education, and any other kind of study. We use basically this design, and in BS level or an introductory course of research, it is the most widely taught and widely accepted and widespread research design due to its a quantitative nature and the methods and procedure which we use in this design. So let's again say that correlational research design is, by definition, correlational research design is a type of research design in which we seek to find out the relationship between two variables or more than two variables, and seek their interdependence or the dependency of one variable on the other variable is called correlational research. There are three types of correlational research: the positive correlational research, negative correlational research, or zero or no correlational research. In positive correlational research, we see like the anxiety, like we create a hypothesis, like hypothesis relationship of anxiety, a relationship of anxiety with coronavirus, COVID. We see in this relationship or in this hypothesis, we see the positive relationship or the positive correlation, because the more the coronavirus increases, the more the people will get anxious and they will get the anxiety. It is in positive correlationship, change in a dependent variable, the positive change the change in independent or the increase in independent variable will leads to increase in the dependent variable, or the decrease in independent variable will leads to decrease in the independent variable. This is both the direction will be in a positive side. If one increase, the other one will also increase. If the one decrease, the other one will also decrease. This is a positive correlation. And negative correlation, the relationship of anxiety decreases with COVID-19 if we structured the hypothesis in this manner. This will be a negative correlation. And negative correlation, one increases and the other one decreases. Like the independent variable increase, the increase in independent variable will leads to decrease in the dependent variable. This will be a negative correlation. Likewise, the zero or null correlation, in zero and null correlation, there will be no association, there will be no effect, there will be no interdependence between the variable, either the dependent variable or independent variable. This is called, will be negative correlation or no correlation or null correlation. Through SPSS, we have so many Spearman correlation, Pearson correlation, and so many correlation techniques which we use on the basis of our assumptions in SPSS. But this is a complex and the analysis, the method of analysis and methodology, we will discuss them in whenever we are studying the quantitative research methods. We will discuss them there in more detail. Characteristics of correlational research design. The chief characteristics are the crucial characteristics of correlational research design are correlational research design must be quantitative in nature. Means we will seek to provide the relationship between the variable with the help of statistic, with the help of numbers, with the help of digits. We will create or adapt a particular relationship in these variables on the basis of statistics, numbers or digits. So it means that correlational research design must be quantitative in nature. It is a purely quantitative research design. The another thing is dynamic in nature. Let's see, human behavior is a dynamic thing. A society is a dynamic thing, changes from one place to another, changes about every 5 minutes or 5 seconds. It is not a stable a stable unit or entity. So the society and the human nature is a dynamic entity, and we are discussing the correlational research and social sciences, which is mostly related to human behavior. So it is dynamic in nature, means that if we seek to find out the relationship between in a variable like a relationship of anxiety with COVID-19. Increase in COVID-19 will increase in anxiety, or the decrease in COVID-19 will decrease to anxiety, will leads to decrease in anxiety. This is in the past or now the trends vary due to the time and the changing nature of the prevalence of this specific disease. Now there is no anxiety in people regarding COVID-19 when we heard about the cases, or when we heard about the different layers. Now the people don't get anxious because now there is proper vaccination. Now in first context we have a positive relationship. Now there we have, if we see that the increase in COVID-19 does not leads to increase in anxiety. This is the negative correlation. So sometimes correlation will be positive, sometimes correlation will be negative in one context and one aspect. This is the dynamic nature of correlational research design. Backward looking means we will describe things, we will describe or we will create the associations between in variables on the basis of secondary data, other data which we had used previously in other research studies similar to correlational research. This is the backward looking of correlational research design. Another thing is correlational research design must be non-experimental. In experimental research, it is mostly done in psychology and control setting, so it is dynamic in nature, so it cannot be get controlled or manipulated. So and we will means to say that correlational research design must be non-experimental. Here we will not a control setting, that is the control group or experimental group through which we manipulate things or variable. Here in in correlational research design, the scenario will be different as of non-experimental. Methodology of this design. The methodology of this design, we specifically focus on a particular or the aspect of the research steps or the research process, that is the steps number third or steps 3 of research process, that is the methodology. Quantitative methodology, it is the third step of the research process in which we do in which we have a plan for how we could can collect data, what will be the sample size, what will be the tool of our data collections, what will be the tools of our data analysis, and so on. There for sampling design or sampling or data collection, we will use the non-probability sampling like judgmental sampling, convenience sampling, quota sampling, panel sampling, and snowball sampling. These are the non-probability sampling techniques which are widely used in quantitative research, more specifically in correlational research design. We can choose and use any sampling design which may best suit and which are most feasible to our topic. We can choose them from there. There are the naturalistic observation. Naturalistic observation means when we see things as it appear, as it is exists in the nature or in the natural settings without our intervention or a subjective analysis. We will see things as they are. This is the naturalistic observation. The another one is survey method. We do survey for a specific topic in the form of structured questions or unstructured questions. A list of questions given in the form of questionnaire and interview schedule. The another one is archival data use. Archival data or secondary statistic or the secondary data used. From archival data means the data which is already present there, and when we don't collect the fresh data or the primary data, we use that secondary data from the index, from the website, from any other resources in the form of which is already present there. We use them in our research study to adapt or create a relationship between variables. This is called archival data analysis or secondary statistic analysis or secondary data analysis. The statistical method of data analysis method of data analysis, we use statistical analysis, the use of mathematics, the use of digits and number, the use of frequency, percentage, mean, mode, and standard deviation, and coefficients of correlations. So we will adopt the procedures for data analysis that will be descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. In descriptive statistics, we will describe the overall nature of the variables, and inferential statistic then we will test and verify our research hypothesis and make inferences that it is true or false. There is a relation, there exists a relationship or not, and there is some sort of association between the variables or not. This is the inferential statistics. The inferential statistic will make inferences about a variable that its outcome is that it has associations or not. And descriptive statistic, we will describe the overall nature of the variables or the overall nature of the data which we use in our data analysis. That is all about correlational research design. It is the most commonly used and the most important research design in social sciences. I wish you had learned bit about correlational research design. It is the very easiest thing, and if we follow these steps, that whenever the name correlational research design comes to our mind, it means that the co means between, the relationship means the interdependence or some sort of association. It means when we are doing correlational research, the two things must be come to our mind, that it is the study is purely quantitative in nature. The another thing is that we are studying the variables on the basis of the associations and interdependence. That will become a correlational research design. This is the research design we are studying on the basis of its objectives. When our objectives are to find out the association or the relationship between the variables or things, the cause and effect analysis, this then we will go for the correlational research design in social sciences. Wish you all the best and see you soon in the upcoming lecture. Maybe it is explanatory or exploratory research design. Okay, thank you very much.